yesterday we learnt the opening 8 bars in our Newvember Learn a New Piece for November piece. And they went like this. We're in the key of C, we're down on A, E, A in the left, B and C in the right. And there was our opening 8 bars there. We're going to look at the next 8 bars today, and we're going to discover that those 8 bars are very similar in their pattern to what we've already been doing. In fact, the left hand is absolutely identical. So let's have a quick look at that. We have our A octave with the E in the middle, our A, one of those, and it goes A, damp, down to E, damp back to A, damp, down to E, damp back to A, damp. And the way we're doing that damp that feels the most comfortable in this is to go back on with the same fingers. In most places so far that's been quite nice because it's the notes we're going to play next, but you just have to watch on the bar where you go down to the E and then back to the A, that you have those lovely damps in between and don't get lost in the move. So we're now moving up a bit. I would play those opening 8 bars quite quietly. Doing that, you're just sort of opening the scene there. It doesn't mean that you don't bend your thumb over and don't bend your fingers in. We absolutely still do that, so that we're still getting a rich sound. These new 8 bars following the same sort of pattern. We're just going to do a fraction louder. We're just going to take it up a little bit. Our top hand is going to be above middle C now, occasionally below. But whereas before we were all below and then finishing on that chord, it's like we've moved up a little bit. So left hand's where it was before on the A's, the right hand is now on E and D, just above middle C. There's our first bar. Our second bar, we're going to go back on the E, onto the D and down to the B, either side of our middle C. And our second bar, just a straightforward 1, 2, 3. So from the beginning of this section. Notice how I keep bringing that left hand back in. Third bar is the same as our opening bar. So it's another E, D. And then our fourth bar is where this hand is going to move down to the E shape down there. Our top hand is going to do what it did back in our opening 8 bars when we moved down to the E, and that is G, A, B. Like that in that area there, okay? So if we put those 4 bars together, and that brings us to the end of those 4. Our left hand would touch those E's damp, the E shape damp, and then come back up for the A shape with that E in the middle. Bars 5 and 6 of this section are just like the opening of it. Okay, then we're going to jump down to our E shape, and when we go down to our E shape, our top hand does G, A, B, same as it did before. And then to finish back to the A, I'm going to get ready with that chord in the top hand again, like we finished the opening section. So I put all of that new bit together. Left hand's doing the same as it was when we did our opening. Right hand is now on the E and the D for the first bar, E, D, B for the second bar, back to the E and D for the third, and then when it goes down to the E we do G, A, B, back up to our A shape, back like it was, E, D, B, down to the E shape, and so we're going to go G, A, B, and then the finish with the chord. So here it goes. notice that in this one, it doesn't overlap on that left hand at all. Whereas in our very opening section, every other bar, in our second bar, it overlapped and that was able to do the damp. In this one, your left hand's got to take full control of all the damps. So if we put both of those sections together, we're going to start from the very beginning, quite quietly, and then just take it up a notch for this second section that we've learnt today. So this is the very beginning. And that's the end of today's session.